Our mission this month is United Cancer Services of Elkhart County, and I'd like to introduce our speaker, Paul Mills.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Paul, thank you for being here this morning.
Can you guys hear me all right? All right. My name is Paul Mills, and I'm with the United Cancer Services of Elkhart County. I've been with United Cancer as a board member now for 12 years. Last year I had the honor from the board of being voted as the president of the board of directors. And I could not at all be happier in this role, as I am extremely passionate about this agency and how this agency helps the people that have cancer in Elkhart County. I very, very much want to take just a moment and thank you guys for allowing us the opportunity to come in and speak, tell you about what I feel is an absolutely phenomenal not-for-profit agency in Elkhart County that very, very few people seem to know about. There are 2 points that I would like to make this morning, my 2 main points about United Cancer. And the first is differentiation from the American Cancer Society. Everybody's heard of the American Cancer Society. Everybody knows who they are. They are an agency that's a fantastic agency, and that money goes toward cancer research, and they're a national agency. We are not at all related to the American Cancer Society. In fact, we are not a local branch office of any agency at all. United Cancer exists only in Elkhart County. That's the second point that I want to make. People all the time confuse us with American Cancer Society, and we're not. The money that is raised from United Cancer Services stays right here in Elkhart County, 100% of it, to help your neighbors that have cancer. Here's actually a fun fact. United Cancer was formed in 1958 as the local Elkhart branch of the American Cancer Society. Then in the 1980s, our board of directors got together and said, hey, why are we raising so much money here in Elkhart County and sending it out of the county to New York? And when we have people right here in Elkhart County that need our help. And so the agency in the early 80s separated completely from the American Cancer Society and became United Cancer Services of Elkhart County, and has since dedicated its mission to helping only Elkhart County cancer patients. So I mentioned we don't do research, we don't raise money for research, so what do we do at United Cancer Services? Well, United Cancer provides to local cancer patients emotional support, planning of how to manage their cancer and health care, referrals to other agencies, and direct financial aid. United Cancer provides assistance to our cancer patients and their families in a way that enhances their quality of life. We strive to educate Elkhart County residents in the prevention, the detection, and the treatment of cancer. In 2015, we made 9.5 client contacts per day, and I think that's a very, very impressive number. We have what we call the Journey Through Treatment program. And let me explain a little bit. One of our clients recently said to us, and this is a quote, "Being diagnosed with cancer is one of the most terrifying moments of your life. Then, the medical community comes at you like a whirlwind." Well, United Cancer's Journey Through Treatment program helps change a cancer patient from being an overwhelmed, passive recipient of health care to someone that is now educated and a proactive planner in their time in treatment. So how do we do that? How do we transform that scared person to somebody who's empowered and can take control? Well, we help them research and estimate their total treatment costs. We calculate their health insurance contribution so that they can help estimate their out-of-pocket expenses. We investigate options for substituting the income that they will lose while they are in treatment. We consider their regular living expenses. We help assess their family and friend support structure, very, very important. And then we help the patient design their plan of their journey through treatment. And finally, we use our strategic tools of referrals to make sure that we can help refer them to other local agencies that they may qualify for help with. All the time, I run into people and I tell them about my charity, and their immediate assumption is that most of our clients are financially indigent. And that's simply not true at all. Those people, the people that have no money, typically end up already being covered, by most part, by Medicare or Medicaid. No, our clients are typically solidly middle income, and usually have employer-provided health insurance. These people have never asked for help before. The problem is that the income loss from having cancer can be financially devastating because of the high insurance costs of deductibles and copays. So in addition to providing emotional support and planning and managing their cancer and referrals to other organizations, we also provide direct financial assistance to cancer clients. Remember, most of the people that come to us do have insurance. Remember that the bills that they receive in the form of copays or deductibles can be financially devastating. It is not uncommon for somebody to come to us that has health insurance, get cancer, and even though they are covered, end up with financially what is the equivalent of a mortgage on their cancer. We might have a client that has outstanding medical insurance coverage, but has additional household bills that they cannot pay because they are unable to work because they have cancer. In these cases, United Cancer will function to help maybe pay somebody's NIPSCO bill or even help cover a mortgage payment. A few years ago, I met a woman at a fundraiser, and she came up to me and gave me a hug and said, "United Cancer saved my brother's house." I was very, very confused, and I asked what she meant, and she said that we helped to cover a mortgage payment for her brother's house. And at the time, I very ignorantly said, "Well, I'm sorry, we don't do that." And the director said, "Yeah, I know who she's talking about, and yeah, we did do that in that particular case." She told me that her brother had no idea what he was going to do and was really at his wit's end until we stepped up to help. And this is a perfect example of how people are scared and panicked and have absolutely no idea what they're going to do or where to go. And that is where we come in. United Cancer does a lot more than helping people with just financial aid, but I want to talk for a brief moment about the financial aid a little bit more. In 2011, we provided local cancer patients with $68,000 in direct help. We contributed $11,000 to a fund at the IU Goshen's retreat to help uninsured women pay for mammograms. We allocated $54,000 of staff time dedicated to helping local cancer patients form a plan about their time in treatment, get connected to services that they didn't even know existed, and to provide emotional support to those clients. We provide financial aid, but I want to stress to everyone that the agency is so much more than simply helping financially and giving away money. Almost none of the patients that come to us have ever asked for any not-for-profit help or any sort of government aid ever. And they don't know how to. They qualify for different programs, but they have no idea how to ask for it, how to get it, or how even to qualify. By connecting cancer patients to additional services in the community, United Cancer has helped Elkhart County cancer patients receive over $180,000 in additional sources, and that's in 1 year alone. Occasionally, we find cancer patients who are seeking treatment outside of their insurance network. Again, in 2011, we saved our clients over $60,000 in unnecessary charges by helping them understand and best use their insurance coverage. Altogether, we have benefited in 1 year local cancer patients over $375,000. Now, none of this works without the income coming into the agency. And I've already mentioned that we receive no national funding. We're not a local branch of a national office. We rely on the good people of Elkhart County to give back to us and help us help their neighbors. And this is in the form of grants, sponsorships, donations, and coming to our various fundraising events. When I talk about my role at United Cancer, typically at a party or a dinner, people always say, well, I have a friend that has cancer, and can you tell me about different types of cancer? I don't know anything about cancer. I'm a fundraiser, is what I do. That's my role at United Cancer. So a couple of the events that I'm very, very proud to have either spearheaded or helped, and one is just coming up. Back in Elkhart this year, on the 19th, is our Leprechaun Leap at Pete Simonton Lake Tavern. I'm happy to say it's back in Elkhart. It was in Goshen. We had a couple of hiccups, but now after 2 years of being in Goshen, it's back in Elkhart. That's on the 19th. We have our Circle of Friends Spaghetti Dinner. May 7th of this year is our Compassion Walk. That will be at Elkhart Central High School. June 20th is our Golf Scramble. Coming up, and I don't have a date, is our Classic Tractor Parade. The Bloom and Zoom Bike Tour has been very, very successful. We do that in co with Habitat for Humanity. We have a fundraiser called Cockapalooza downtown Elkhart, where the Cox family raises money for us. One of my favorite events is the United for Fashion show that is now at the Lerner Theater as of last year. That is going to be September 28th. And of course in October we have our Middlebury Cancer Walks for a Cure. All of these events, in fact everything I'm talking about today, you can find out about on our website, elkhartcancer.org. So, that's where I'm at. I want to say once again, guys, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to tell you about our agency. And again, the two main points that I want to leave you with. Number one, we are not the American Cancer Society. We do not fund research. Two, we exist only in Elkhart County, and every single dime donated stays in Elkhart County to help your neighbors. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Paul, for being with us this morning.
Let's continue our worship now with our prelude.
Our mission this month is United Cancer Services of Elkhart County, and I'd like to introduce our speaker, Paul Mills.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Paul, thank you for being here this morning.
Can you guys hear me all right? All right. My name is Paul Mills, and I'm with the United Cancer Services of Elkhart County. I've been with United Cancer as a board member now for 12 years. Last year,